The light
Cool.
is now on. We are now recording. Ready? I love you, babe. I missed you. I miss you.
I was about to do it. I know, but you started saying I miss you when I was just talking, so. I'm Hank.
And I'm Robin.
And we are living the life. I don't know. Sounds good. What do you want me to say? Okay, so hi, I'm Hank.
Hi, I'm Robin.
And we are living the life through this stuff. So today we're here to talk. We're trying to do this Skype thing the first time ever, in case you guys can't tell this. So we're going to have an awesome blooper reel. Stay tuned. Be at the end. It's going to be awesome. But we want to share with you our crazy life and all our stuff we do. As you can tell, my Robin is like all crazy now. The reason why we're doing this whole Skype thing, and you can tell by the haircut, believe it or not, this is actually considered long hair for my job. So I am in the Marine Corps. I've been doing this for a couple of weeks now, 26 years, so it's been fun. And I currently find myself over in the Middle East again on deployment again, which is happening a lot as we've been married. So we wanted to talk to you guys though and kind of share some of this stuff with you guys. Short synopsis. We are deciding that we want to go out and we want to get into RV lifestyle. We want to do a lot of stuff. We've seen a lot of videos and a lot of stuff that's helped us out. Problem is, there's like zilch, nobody I've seen that's military active duty right now is where we're at. We're looking to go and document this stuff with you to show you guys the journey we're going to get on as we start trying to look towards my retirement because I'm close. I say 26 years, they don't let you hang out forever today. So we're getting close. So we're going to show you guys what we're looking at, what we're going through, and the trials and tribulations of trying to buy an RV, get into an RV, move out of sticks and bricks, live in an RV for a couple of years before I retire, and then set up to start traveling around. Hopefully we still do this channel by that time frame. We'll see what happens. But that's kind of where we're at. Brief synopsis. She's going to show you pictures of the puppies and all the other crazy stuff that is all that stuff. And we'll have fun. If you haven't been following along with us, by all means, start now that we've got a way where we can talk with each other a whole lot more. You're going to see really quick that we're goofy.
So. Hi, everybody. So we had the conversation before. The last time you saw my husband before, everything kind of went crazy. And we haven't been able to do this. Know. Yeah, because life.
You may have seen on the news. They're kind of busy over here.
He's been kind of working, and things have been kind of crazy. And if you saw me have that boohoo fit, you kind of knew. And I'll look that up in the cards. But life happens, and this is our life, and this is what we deal with on a day-to-day basis. But right now, we're talking about the next conversation of we talked about what we want to do and what we're getting to on a video prior, and I'll see if I can hunt that down and plug it up in the cards up above. But we're talking about
it's on our YouTube channel, I promise.
Yeah. And like I said, I'll put it up there. But we started talking about what we want to do. And like you said earlier, about our journey. We want to get into the RV and start making that process and that progression into the retirement portion of our lives as we go into the adventure and seeing the world that my husband has, worked so hard in this life to earn that time to have in retirement. And, that's what we want to do. And so right now,
it's going to be fun.
The next part is the hunt for purchasing the RV, the type, and all that great stuff. So that's what we've been doing while he's been emailing back and forth with each other, having conversations with each other about the next step, hunting for the RV. It's crazy.
You'd be amazed at how hard it is to actually do that.
It's been kind of rough.
You know that word sales? That's in sales all the time when you're trying to get a sale. I felt like Inigo Montoya, like you keep using that, but I do not think it mean what you think it mean because nobody called back. Crazy.
When we ran into a lot of that. We did.
Oh, dude, it was nuts.
Like when we decided we were going to get into the RV, we were watching a lot of YouTube channels, and the one thing I have to say about YouTube is you can punch in a lot of stuff and you can get many different varieties of families, family types, people with children, people that are retirees and stuff like that. And to gather information about what not to do, what they've done, reconstructing, refurbishing, all these different stuff. But we wanted to see what next, what we could do to get into that thing. So the first thing we want to do is figure out what we needed for us, what we wanted for our life. And so what was trying to figure out what brand, the style.
Yes.
So kind of a lot of information on that one. So we have to be cognizant of what we're carrying along.
But that also, we got to, be able to take our toys with us.
Oh yeah, and we have Harley, so we have to bring that along, of course. Hello, but we're going to be in it for a while, so it needs that comfort factor. And so we're looking at. We knew right away we're looking at a toy hauler, something that was going to be able to take in a Harley, a motorcycle. We decided we were going to get a fifth wheel. There was many different styles that we were looking at, but we decided on a fifth wheel. And with that, we went truck hunting, which was
that was actually surprisingly that was a unique thing. We're like, well, we're gonna go look and we're gonna just go check stuff out. And actually, even though we're out in a state that has really high taxes and crazy stuff, like, it's cool.
I love you.
But the whole thing was, like, we went out, we were praying about it, and we were looking around. And what was weird is we saw a truck online. We're like, well, hey, let's go check it out. It looks like it's a good idea. They hadn't even brought it out yet. They had just put it on the website that night. Looked at a lot of stuff, but it had everything we wanted and more. It was at the right price. It had high mileage for what most people consider for stuff, but if you look at diesel trucks, 100,000 miles is really just kind of breaking in for a lot of your diesel dually trucks, which is what we're looking at. Plus, unbeknownst to my bride, that was a truck that I always wanted to have. So when we had a chance to get it, we're looking at it. What was funny is she's like, well, yeah, let's just do it. So, and we bought, believe it or not, we are actually more happy with that truck right now than anything else, other than the state that we're currently living in has been a pain in the butt with licensing in it and all kinds of other crazy stuff, but that's okay.
So when he was here before deployment, we went shopping at several locations to find kind of what we're looking at. We requested toy haulers, and believe it or not, where we live, you would think we're in the desert. A lot of people have toys.
Yeah, you would think there was a lot of different dealerships, but the closest area to where we live is down in Palm Springs area, and down in Springs, there was nothing, but there were some really nice ones. But holy crap! The cheapest toy hauler we saw was $270,000.
When we're looking around, there wasn't many toy haulers. There was a lot of trailers, like travel trailers, family. No.
Oh yeah, there was tons of those.
Scarce
toy and the only toy haulers that we really found that were close to the area where we were, there were some used ones that were relatively inexpensive. Pumbaa and Timon are bulldogs. If you never had a bully before, they're very susceptible to weather shifts that are very, very great. They can deal better with colder shifts than they can with hot weather. Will jack up a bulldog in a heartbeat. So a $30,000 used hauler that was thin and had really crappy air conditioning was not going to work. But we were like, if we're going to do this, we're going to make this our house. We're going to move out completely. And so we started looking at some of the upper end ones. We looked at some DRVs. I looked at some Luxes and a few of these other high end ones. And I found a lot of high end ones that were way, way up there. And we looked at some of the middle ones, like the Cyclone ones that Robin's talking about. I have a couple of friends who actually own them, and they're not bad. They're really great ones. We started looking, okay, what's the quality? What's the rating of everything? What's the warranty work? And there was a lot of things like, I don't know if we will link to them or not. I would tell you some of the great websites that we looked at. I would tell you do all the stuff you can in person, but there were some other videos that helped us out. Went through You, Me, and the RV. We went through Keep Your Daydream, KYD. We went through Changing Lanes, and a few other people. Chad, Tara, love you guys. It's gonna be awesome. We did. I even reached out to a few of them. Said, hey, as we're looking at different things, prices of people offering, what should we look at? What's good? What's bad? Because I don't know what I know. I know about cars, I know about trucks, I know about motorcycles, and I know about guns. The problem that we have, though, is that as we're doing all this stuff, there's been a lot of just trying to figure this out on our own. So we reached out to those guys, and they were very, very, very helpful. One of the things I will say, even with us not having an RV, never having had an RV, never even renting one, but reaching out saying this is something that we think we want to do, I have seen a community of people that doesn't even know us that has really shown me the love of God and the response that I would expect to see out of a church, or I would expect out of a military support organization. A lot of people that are saying like, hey, we're here to help. There's nobody out here that's getting paid for anything. There's nobody getting anything. They're just saying, hey, we're here to help, and we want to help you guys do
the
some
answers
stuff.
we needed.
So
we sat there and we figured out, after all this research, we like I said before, we went shopping around at certain dealerships while he was gone. He was there, and with him gone, I went out and looked at several dealerships and stuff. I went to an RV show and went around and looked at a whole bunch of different styles and types of fifth wheels. And we kind of narrowed down, and I sent him pictures and videos of the types that we were looking at. And we kind of figured out what brand we were looking at, the style type, the model number that we were looking at. And we kind of branched that in. And then once we kind of figured that issue out, okay, this is what we're looking at. Now, who can we call and actually start taking that progressive step forward? And that's where the fun stuff started coming in, because I sent out a couple emails to contact some dealers around the states local to us, and Henry went on to different websites and started contacting other dealers, and I got a response back from one. Well, some other ones never contacted me back. I got an email response back that read, but because he's overseas, they said we would gladly help you with information regarding RVs as soon as he comes back, and you and your husband together answer any questions regarding the RVs.
Yeah, nobody wants to talk to her when I'm gone about anything with cars or anything, which just drives me bonkers, because she's helped me change the transmission out on a vehicle before. She knows a couple of things herself. But in the end of it, what I would say is that as we reached out, I did the same thing. I reached to several different people, went on several websites, chatted with several different messenger services, got squat. And then all of a sudden, as we go forward, I'm like, all right, cool. What are we doing? All this stuff. And then we got a reply back. I've already spoke to the dealer that we've been dealing with. Tim is his name, and he's from the Little Desert RV, I think is what it's called. Let me double check that name again. It's Tim Strasser. So Tim Strasser works with the Little Dealer, Little Prices RV dealer out in Arizona. They got 3 different offices out there in 3 different places. It's a family-owned business, and I would tell you that they have bent over backwards to help us out with all kinds of stuff. They've been responsive with everything I have.
Yeah, this is so far just with the conversation in itself, and bending backwards to answer questions, return emails and phone calls, even doing a FaceTime phone call conversation between me and my husband, and he's deployed, and getting up early in the morning to have the conversation so we could all 3 be in it, so I could ask questions and he could be in there. And it's like,
well, it's late at night for me, early in the morning for them. So this dealership's only a couple hours drive away from where we live back in the States. But thing that was going on, he returned my email. They answered all my questions. They got back and forth with me, was willing to do a call with me and with Robin. We spent 2 hours on a video iPhone call. So but he answered all of our questions, took his time to do all that stuff. He's given me several different quotes on stuff that we're looking at. He's worked really hard to get me and in talking to several people that have been doing RV life for like 3-4 years. And I said, hey, look, I'm not sure what's going on. Like, what does this price mean? And then on top of that, warranty paperwork and setting us up with all the stuff we need. And he even went as far as telling us that, hey, with the type of washers and dryers you're looking at, yes, we have some here. But what I would tell you is that I think that you might be able to find the same model of what you're looking for, a little bit less expensive, at another shop that's even just down the road from us. We can set up everything to get it installed. But the model we have here probably is a little bit more expensive than what you want to pay for it. Yes, it was there. Yes, it would have worked, but it would have been more expensive, I think, than what we're looking at. But that was the type of customer service I got from the guy. Mm-hmm. And even to this day, the time I had a lag in talking to him has been like the last 4 or 5 days, because it's just after New Year's, and he was out on vacation with his family. And like I said, he gave me a cell phone number, said, text me anytime you want. If it's an emergency question, we'll ask. Of course, that wasn't an emergency. I was shooting him emails. I would say that for us, with what they've done to help us out, with us not giving them a single dime yet in down payment and everything they've done to help us out, I'm going to go out of my way to make sure that we buy our RV from this dealership. I'm very, very much impressed.
The one thing I also liked about it is they brought up, he sat down with us, not only answering our questions. We talked about dealer options, manufacturer options, and what, the things like we were talking about the washer dryer prep. And I was concerned about certain things regarding the prep. And he said, and he answered all the questions in regards to that. Then when we talked about overall pricing, he showed us what it would be with the taxes that are responsible for, the dealer and the things of that nature. And then when we talked about registration, that being included, could they help us register in our state of record, because we are military family. We are not residents of this state of California, the state we're currently living in. We're from Montana. So our registration is from that state. So there's this lot of information that has to be wiggled in, and we're trying to gather as much information as we can so we know what we're preparing for. Because when you're dealing with that, like any purchase of a vehicle or a home, the more you know, the more you're ready for. And you're not going to be surprised at the back end going, I didn't know this. So he sat down and he gave us multiple figures to allow us to be ready for. And it kind of like, oh, that makes sense. When we had questions pop up, he said, let me research this and I'll come back to you. And he sent emails showing us the different configurations and how it would work. And so it made us feel like he wasn't hiding anything. It was not like something that was going to pop up and then it was going to be plus this, plus $16,000 more on the side. And I was feeling more at ease, because some people are not willing to give that information. Or like we were asking about manuals on you said about the body work and how this would function or that would function, and he sent us information regarding that. And so it was really nice that he was willing to help us understand how these things would function. And then when we do finally purchase the RV, are you going to spend time with us to make sure we understand? Are you going to just rush us through? How long are you going to spend with us? And he said, as long as we need.
He actually told us, like, it's going to be several hours. Like, I'd asked him, is there a place there, like we can spend the night there? So it's like, yeah, actually we got a place. We'll take care of all this stuff. So they're going to take care of us, which is really good. So pretty sure I think we're about 95% on which one we're going to go with, only because of what it means for us. When we get it, we will make sure that we let you guys know. So I would just tell you guys, if you're in the market, please do your research and look around. There's lots of people who will help you out. There's there's a whole list of them. I'll tell you what, as we get going, we'll put down here in the comments somewhere, we'll put down like links to different ones. And as time goes on, we'll definitely link out to everybody that helps us all out. And we're not making any money off this. We don't even have like a whole bunch of followers or anything. We just want people to
But thank you
know,
for the
because
subscribers that we do have. You guys are awesome.
That's just kind of like, we just want to let you guys know that we're doing, looking at getting a rig. I think here in the future, I'm also going to start adding to some of the blog posts, and I think I'll probably do a couple videos too to shoot over to her once we can figure out everything on my end, how to get it uploaded from my computer. Once I can figure this out, it's either going to be through that or through my iPhone or something, and I can upload videos and edit them while I'm over here, so that way they look cool and you guys don't see me acting weird and spazzing. But with all that stuff, we'll see what all goes on and we'll get everything done. But I think we just want to share with everybody what's going on, because, the one thing I would say is that the RV community reached out to us a lot, but there's not a lot of people that are active duty dudes or girls trying to move into this lifestyle. And what's weird is, like, most bases you go to have RV parks. We're looking at a larger trailer, but again, we also plan on living this trailer through a duty station or two, and also for several years afterwards, traveling on the country. I've got a goal that I want to go see like every redneck thing I can. I want to go see the world's largest beer can. I want to go see the world's largest ball of twine. I want to see the world's foil ball. And I want to go just see, like, wall drug and all these other crazy things you see signs for on the side of the road that we never went to. I want to go check out some of that stuff and
crazy sights and just enjoy life. Yep.
Spend a week or two just doing crazy stuff and enjoy life together. Again, that's why we call it, living life's journey. That's really what it is.
So
That's it. So
bittersweet. It'll be bittersweet.
it's been interesting, but we'll make it all work. But with all that, I would tell you guys again, just love on each other, love one another, follow after what God has put in your life, and just know that everything will work out well. So from me, Hank,
And me, Robin, and Pumbaa and
and
Timon.
Pumbaa and Timon, the two, as we call them,
Psycho
Fat Butt,
Puppy and Fat Biscuit.
yeah, Fat Biscuit, and Psycho
He's on
Puppy.
my feet
You'll
right
see why
now.
in the pictures. So
He's on my feet right now.
from all of us,
Well, you guys,
get out, live the life, live the journey, last.
you guys take care of each other, love one another, make wonderful memories, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.